And
Live.
okay. All right. Well, we are just hitting the hour of 12 noon. So we are just going to wait for just one hair of a second until we see 12 noon, and then we can get going. And it's going to turn in just a second. And let's just do this. All right. So Lori, hey, how you doing today?
I am doing great.
Well, listen, go ahead.
I'm in a very exciting place.
Well, I am so excited that we got to do this today because you know what? We could have not based on a couple circumstances. So we're going to get into this. And first of all, I just want to say thank you everybody for stopping in, spending your lunchtime with us. We're very excited. We have a subject that we're going to talk about that is pretty darn cool. But I first want to say also that we've been growing. I'm excited we've been growing. And last night I was looking at our previous videos, and our last week video had reached 492 people. And I'm like, woohoo, that is awesome. So what it's saying is that people are liking some of the content that we're doing, and we're having a bunch of fun with this. And we have so much more to come. We're just getting going. And so today this is really a riot because I'm here back in Chicagoland, and Lori actually is somewhere. Where are you, Lori? Actually, where are you?
I am in Las Vegas.
Woo! Okay.
We've been here since Monday, and I wanted to show you a little bit before I tell you about my whole trip. Isn't that pretty cool? New York across the streets. You can see a little bit over here. Roller coaster going. I am at the MGM. We stayed at the MGM. We came here on Monday morning. We took Southwest Airlines, and they were fantastic. Because I have to use a wheelchair because of my handicap, I got on the plane first. We got the first row. We had plenty of room. And what they're doing at Southwest is they're taking out, nobody could sit in the middle seats. So Gary and I were able to get in the front row and have the space in between. They make you wear the mask, which is fine. You could take it down if you're going to drink or eat something. They're still giving sodas and stuff, and they are giving snacks. Flight was about 4 hours. We got here, and the only thing that was a little bit of a glitch is we paid for a transfer from the airport to the hotel, and they're not in service because of the COVID. So we had to take an Uber, which was fine because it was actually cheaper. We took an Uber to the hotel, and they were so wonderful. I got in my scooter, and we got our room. Our room was beautiful. You know, we paid so cheap for our trip. It was unbelievable. So, and we get here, and there's like tons of people here. I was like really surprised. There was a lot of families here with kids, and everybody has to wear a mask in the hotel. That's why I'm outside, because they have like the hotel police that walk around, and if you have your mask on, believe me, they come and they tell you to get your mask up. They have washing stations around the casino, so you can wash your hands, and they have all the sanitizing stuff there for you. It's pretty clean. Of course, we brought our own sanitizer to make sure we sanitized our hands. The best part of the trip was going to the pool. So if anybody wants to look up the MGM pool, it is the largest pool here in Las Vegas. And there's like 4 or 5 pools, and then they got this huge lazy river. Gary and I went out there on Tuesday, and you could only get in the pool if you are staying at the hotel, of course. The only thing is that the drinks were $22 a piece. And, well, Gary had quite a bit, but he had a great time. But each drink had 2.5 shots of liquor in it. So me eating low carb, I had vodka and tonic, a couple of those. But Gary had all the foo-foo drinks, the pina coladas and stuff. But it was fun, and the water wasn't high. It was only like 3.5 feet, so you could just walk in the water. And then around the edges, they had places where you could just sit in the water. It was great. And of course, then at night we went out to gamble, and machines were okay. We ended up going to New York one night, and we loved it so much better than the MGM. In the MGM, a lot of the restaurants are closed because of the COVID, and all they had was they had like the food courts, and they had like Johnny Rockets was there, and a couple other. They had like a Italian thing where you could get like pizza and stuff like that. But like at Johnny Rockets, the price of the hamburgers were like $14.99 for a hamburger and fries. I mean, it was good, but you think Disney's really high with prices, so is Vegas. The food is really expensive here, and the drinks are expensive. But you're on vacation, so you just gotta just go with it and have a lot of fun. When we go back, we have to go back to soup and crackers. But we had a great time. We met family down here. We met them for dinner, and one of my favorite things was yesterday we went to the M&M store, and it's 4 floors of all M&M stuff.
Ooh.
And they have a whole wall where you could just go and you could just put a bag underneath it and pour what kind of M&M you want, what color. It was cool and stuff. It was fun, and of course the Hershey store is great, and we just had a lot of fun. We went to the other night. We met family over at Margaritaville at the Flamingo. They're staying at the Flamingo, so we went to oh my gosh, that's crazy down there. Planet Hollywood is out there. I really enjoyed it. The nightlife is really nice on the Strip. There's a lot of people out here, believe it or not. And of course, you see some crazy people and some funny people. And like I said, I was really surprised about how many families were here. So we're going home today. We're going home. Our flight leaves at 6:50. We'll be landing in Chicago at 12:10 tomorrow. So it was fun. And so, do you have any questions, Deb?
Oh, well, I absolutely do. So this is really cool because you are giving us firsthand information, because there's going to be people right now that are saying, listen, I need to start traveling for my business, like corporate stuff. People have to be traveling. People may be saying, I'm really afraid to do that like trip. And you're giving them some confidence and some tidbits, and you're in firsthand letting them know that this is what you're seeing. Southwest, I've heard outstanding. You're not the only person that said it now that I've heard. They're doing a fabulous job with everything. I think this helps everybody, give them a little bit of an idea. A couple questions I have for you is, how did you feel about security as you were going to the airport? I believe you went out of Midway in Chicago, correct? You went?
Security as far as people being safe with the COVID, or security as far as violence?
Both.
Okay. Well, as far as the COVID, they're very, very cautious. And, people were staying 6 feet apart from each other. And they were absolutely wonderful. I love Southwest. They've been so good to me. And anybody that's handicapped, I just want to if you need a wheelchair, you tell them ahead of time. You go there, they bring you a wheelchair, and they wheel you right to the airplane terminal, which is great. And then you get priority seating. You get to go on the plane first. So that's good. But no, they were good. And the plane, that's what I want to mention. The plane was not full.
Okay.
It was only about 75 people on the plane. They do not book the plane full because of the COVID. As far as security, there's police all over the place. there looked like there was a couple shady people, but I think just because a lot of people are traveling that don't normally travel, because the cost is not, expensive. Um, Anything else, Deb?
Sure. Another question. I know for me, I'm a traveler where I travel to do it most economical. So I've got my snacks, I've got my water, I've got all my stuff with me. I know that you can't bring any liquids in until you get past the gate, but I usually bring like a bottle, like, fillable bottle. Do they still have the water fountains where you could fill up water, like to bring on the plane in your own reusable bottle?
You know what? I did not see any water
Okay.
fountains.
Okay.
I think a lot of that stuff was closed. Even in the bathrooms, they have it where they have it so you can't go. Some of the bathrooms are X'd out so you're not near each other.
Okay.
And also the sinks too
Okay.
are like that. Even in the hotel, they're like that and stuff.
Okay.
And it's great, and another thing that was great about our room too, I have to take insulin because of my diabetes. And I asked them about bringing up a refrigerator, and they brought me a refrigerator, and it was not an extra charge.
Nice.
Oh, it was great. So Gary was able to put some drinks in there.
Okay.
But, that's the only bad thing is that you can't bring your own water because they won't let you have anything. I think it's 3.5 ounces.
Yeah.
And stuff. But yeah, they were great. Everything was great. I will do it definitely again, and we're looking forward to our next trip. We're not afraid to travel. People might think we're crazy that we did decide to go and do this, but we made these reservations a long time ago, kind of when the COVID first started, thinking that maybe by now things would have died down. And the way it looks like over here with all these people are being very respectful of the COVID, like when they're inside, they're wearing their masks, even outside, there's a lot of people wearing their masks. And it's just been such a fabulous experience. Yeah, I think I would have liked to win a lot of money, but that's Vegas for you. You win it, you put it back in.
Well, think about the money you saved going there from what you said on the, you had good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, really, it's amazing what the cost is. But if anybody is planning to go, please go Southwest. Don't go I'm not putting down different airlines, but there's other airlines that have good prices, but you're not going to, how much room you have in your seat is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Southwest really caters to people. Mm-hmm. And, we're so lucky that we have Midway Airport that we are close to, that Southwest goes right out of. Yeah. And I definitely this time are going to contact them and give them a high five for how great everything was.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
I've always been fond of Southwest myself. We've always been big Southwest people. I think it's pretty cool. Okay, last question. Did you happen to get the special ID, or do you have a passport? Do you suggest that or not suggest that? Maybe you didn't even have it. I'm just curious because this is a question that people kind of think of as well.
Oh, good question. No, I did not get mine yet. I'm going to, when I get back, get into it. I have to get my information together to do. I don't even have a driver's license that's valid anymore. I have a state ID.
Okay.
And it says disabled on it. So, because I don't drive anymore. But if I ever wanted to drive again, I could go back and get my license again. They extended getting that extra ID. Mm-hmm. I can't remember when it is. But you can look it up. Okay. It was originally October, but they moved it now because of the COVID. Okay. But I would suggest to do it. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm actually thinking about getting a passport instead.
That's actually, I had all the passport stuff filled out right before this happened and was going to get it, because if you've got the passport, you don't need that state ID, that additional information on the state ID. Right. And your passport's going to last you for 10 years, so why not, right? So economically, it's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And you know what? I just want to tell you something funny. My dream was to win enough money to buy my daughter a car because her car broke down.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie uh, Vegas Vacation with
Hmm.
Chevy Chase, and the son won all those cars.
Yep.
I'm sitting there going, every hotel I'm going to, I'm like, Mama wants a car. Mama wants a car.
That's cute. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Well, I want to just say that I'm very happy that we were able to do this week. I think this is a riot. I think it's fun that we're just mixing it up and we're covering all this different ground because that's what it is right now. Our whole purpose together is friends helping friends, and what a better way to do it and really learn from your experience, which is amazing. And it looks like your weather has been amazing. I'm very excited because we're extending out now and being able to do some interviews. And Lori, we have a personal friend that I'm going to let you say next Wednesday that we're going to be having on at noon. And you actually made the connection. And so if you want to, tell us what's going
Yeah.
on.
Right. I'm hoping. I mean, I haven't heard back, but I'm planning on it. Next Wednesday, we're having Dr. Stephen Rembes.
Mhm.
He's a foot specialist. We went to school with him. He's totally awesome. He did a foot surgery for me about 10 years ago. And you know what? I was so worried about having that surgery, and it was the best surgery I ever had. And I just want to, looking for it. And most people know him. He graduated in 1978 from Downers Grove North. And well, hopefully we're going to have him on Wednesday at 12. So
That's
we'll
amazing.
put an announcement out to remind everybody to
That's
watch.
awesome. And that's going to be basically the kind of format that we have today. What it's going to be having, Dr. Stephen go ahead and talk about, a few things, give us a few tips. People have issues, and this way, it's a great way. I'm also excited about to think about what we're going to do next Friday, because next Friday we're still going to go ahead and have our Zoom here. What do we want to do next week? Do you have something in mind that you're thinking of?
Um, you know what, Debbie? I'm just drawing a blank. I think I got Vegas on my mind.
That's okay. You got Vegas on your mind and stuff. Okay, it's no problem. We had talked about this. Lori and I always get together and we have these really in-depth discussions about what we think would help people, because this is stuff that we go through. And we decided, we were talking about self-worth and self-esteem.
That's right.
And we thought that this would be a really cool subject to kind of bounce off a couple things that we've learned along the way, that we've experienced, but also, again, every time we're doing something, we love the feedback. We love the comments. We love getting information. And we also absolutely love the posts that people are putting on our Facebook group. Remember, again, I'll always say nothing political, nothing negative. It's all got to be positive. This is a positive ground here that we can all, gather and can all experience good things from. And I'm loving what we see. There's been some tidbits that people have had on there that have had like great impact on others. And I've seen other people sharing what we've said and had posted by other people to other people, which means we're getting out there and we're networking out. Okay. So again, we're
Yes.
gonna put that little blurb and say, please guys, share our Facebook group to other people to invite. We're right close to 300, and we know that we know that our biggest hurdle of where we want to get to is 1,000, because we have so many other people that we can get on to interview, but we need the numbers there. So with that, Lori, I'm going to say, hey, why don't you give us a Vegas closeout here? And
Okay, I'm gonna show Vegas real quick, and oh, and just so you know, and Debbie, I haven't even told you. Next Friday, I'm traveling again,
oh, you are?
but by car, so I'll be in the car. We're going to Topeka, Kansas, for a wedding next weekend. So I'm
Woohoo!
getting
That's
a
great.
regular traveler, so that will be kind of neat. So I'll be able to tell you guys about the wedding, how it was going
Yeah.
to weddings during the pandemic. But here we go. Let me turn this around. I'm going to show you Vegas one more time.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Yep. There's not a
Beautiful.
lot of people out now. So yeah, you guys, so don't be afraid to travel. You have any questions, let me know. Thank you.
Okay, you
I
guys.
love all of you. And Deb, I miss you. I can't wait to talk to you when I get home.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Miss you too, and have a safe travel. Love you.
Thank you.
All right,
Love
see
you
you.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.